Welcome everyone to this edition of Looking at Louisville. I'm Chaz.
I'm Stacy.
And we're here at the Louisville Science Center on Main Street in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Why?
Well, Chaz, we are revisiting the Science Center because in a previous episode we did most of the exhibits, but this is special. This is a traveling exhibit, and it's all about the story of the Titanic.
You know, the great thing about this is there's so many pieces to look at, and there are some pieces that have never been seen before, and they're only going to be seen here.
That's right. They're debuting a couple items of the 150 artifacts that they have on display. These have all been recovered from the ocean floor where the wreckage was found.
Now, how big is the
It's about
exhibit?
6,500 square feet in total.
Wow.
Several rooms, I'm told. Some that are set up like replicas of what a third-class cabin would look like, for example. So I'm really excited about checking it out.
Hello, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On board. Cheers.
Welcome to Titanic Exhibition.
Thank you. We got our boarding pass.
You got your boarding passes. Now, you know on the back of that is the story of a real Titanic passenger. So you'll see your Mrs. John Jacob Astor and your age.
18.
18.
I'll be darned.
Oh, this is not good. I'm 65.
You're 65.
Kind
But
of.
what's that?
Never
This is
fails.
very fitting.
Very fitting.
Yeah.
You can see your class of service.
I'm first.
Me too.
Yep, a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
But what you
I'm
don't
from
know.
the New York elite social circle.
I'm a decorative artist, and that's true.
See, so that's a great fit.
All right.
The only thing you don't know is your fate on the night of the sinking, and we'll find that out at the end of the exhibition. So right now we are in the shipyards of Harland and Wolff. Titanic is being built. She was conceived in 1907, built in 1912. So there's 5 years of anticipation for this ship to launch. And that's what you're learning here. You're seeing parts of the ship. There's a big wrench behind us. You can get a sense from what you're looking at here, the magnitude of Titanic, when you think about the wrenches you have at home in your toolkit.
True. I mean, that thing
Right,
is
your
huge.
my toolkit.
Your toolkit.
Now, how much does something like that weigh?
I'm not sure exactly how much it weighs now, but you can see it almost looks like wood. When
Yes.
At one point it was metal. It was on the ocean floor from 1912 to the year 2000 when we recovered it. So that's just the natural deterioration.
So you all don't work to restore these things, but
We conserve them, so we just prevent any further decay of the artifact.
This is
So
how you found them
you
on
see
the
it
bottom.
exactly how we found it. So what we have here showcased right when you first enter the exhibition are some of the never before seen artifacts. These beautiful postcards that were again recovered inside something leather, so you could see the remarkable condition of them. And people are always surprised by that. So it makes you just start thinking about passengers, because as we continue through the exhibition, you're going to become more and more immersed in the story. We have some more of our never before seen artifacts in this particular gallery. So when we come upon here, look at this beautiful gold-plated toiletry case. So when you think about how we travel today through security with our 3-ounce bottles and plastic, this is what this would be used for, is carrying your toiletries on board Titanic. And I think it's beautiful. And the braided chain that you see right there, again, we're debuting that here at the Louisville Science Center. What we're looking at here is a collection of au gratin dishes. What's so fascinating about this is the photograph behind me, which shows exactly how we found
that's the
these
dishes.
dishes on the ocean floor. They were obviously in a crate, fell from the galleries or the china cabinet storage area of Titanic. The crate deteriorated over time, and that's how we found the au gratin dishes lined up like that. And we recreate that here with the au gratin dishes
they're
from
untouched.
Titanic. They look remarkable, don't they? As we move into this gallery, we're starting to get ice warnings. Icebergs are in the area. The mood is changing a little bit as we move forward. It's getting a little bit darker. Something's about to happen as we turn the corner. And the iceberg is right in front of us. Absolutely. And we want visitors to touch the Titanic iceberg here so that they can feel how cold it was on the night of the sinking. So see if you can hold your hand there for a long time.
many people didn't drown, or they didn't die from drowning.
No.
They died from the cold.
Hypothermia, they
Right.
froze to death.
Which we need to find out our fate, right?
You
At
do.
the end of this.
Yes.
Ready? And to see if we lived or died?
Okay, let's go find out. I'm just going to go ahead and go right
You're
down
going
there.
straight
I'm
here?
going right for the dust.
I mean,
Mr.
You made it.
No, I lost.
You did not make it.
I'm
Madeline,
12,500 feet down.
down, yes.
Is that right? 12,500?
12,500 feet down.
You know, that's the way it always goes on this.
Yeah.
Well, after viewing the Titanic exhibit, needless to say, I got very hungry.
Absolutely.
And we just took about a walk down the street here to the Bristol Bar Grille.
That's right. The Bristol's been one of Louisville's favorite little hot spots since 1977, winner of the most Best of Louisville awards than any other restaurant in town.
Now, what did you have to eat?
Well, we had to have the green chili wontons. I mean, a city staple, right? Craved them when I was pregnant. Artichoke fritters we started off with. And then I, since it's a little chilly today, I had the black bean soup and a salad.
I had just a garden burger with asparagus. You know, I chose the asparagus because there was a great story about asparagus on the Titanic. So
I also
said,
had lettuce, thinking there might be iceberg. I had salad with iceberg. Yeah.
Now, what did Mark have?
Mark had the pork Dijonnaise, which is my husband's favorite entree when he comes here too. And then we capped it off with some great desserts, remnants of the chocolate cake with raspberry mousse filling, and some bread pudding, not with bourbon, but with a rum sauce and cranberries.
Now, speaking of menus and food, we also saw a menu of the food that was served the last day before the Titanic went down.
They had the menu for the first class, the second class, and the third class passengers, which I think is just really interesting.
Now, we're going to go over to the Galt House, and they've actually prepared a menu that was taken from there, right?
It replicates some of the menu items from the dinner from first class, and it's just a really neat themed dinner that you can try at the Galt, I believe through February. And they're going to roll that into a package where you can get tickets to the Titanic exhibit at the Science Center, a hotel room, and this themed dinner, which I think would be a really fun weekend.
Well, we actually did a little segment on this, so let's go to that now, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
We are with Keith LaBelle with the Galt House Hotel and Suites, and we are actually sitting high atop the hotel at Review, one of the best restaurants in the hotel, right? And you guys have some really interesting specials going on in conjunction with the Titanic exhibit, and why don't you tell us about them?
We do. Welcome, guys. We have a neat partnership with the Science Center, and I'm working with those officials on two Titanic arrangements, actually. We've done a review-specific authentic dinner, so for a couple dates throughout the course of October, November, December, and January, guests can come up to Review and have an authentic dinner as it would have been served on the ship itself. The Review package itself, when you dine with us, comes with a couple tickets to the exhibition, as well as complimentary parking. On the reverse side, we've set up a couple of accommodation packages as well, a 1- and 2-night package that is apart from the Review dinner, but includes obviously overnight accommodations, tickets to the event itself, and depending upon whether it's the 1- or 2-night package, complimentary breakfast also.
So for more information, what do people need to do?
Easy. Check out galthouse.com or 1-800-THE-GALT.
Doesn't that look like fun?
You know, it looks like a great time. You could bring your family here and then have a great dinner.
Absolutely. Or it could be a romantic couples weekend as
true.
well. Now talk about some of the other things. And you do, that was a little souvenir boarding pass. Talk about a couple of the items that we did not talk about that you can take part of while you are at the Titanic exhibit.
Well, they've also got a couple of movies that are going to be shown in the IMAX theater that are based around the Titanic.
One is the James Cameron
Correct,
film,
the
right?
actual James Cameron. And I believe the other one is called Into the Abyss or The Abyss. And so you can go to the Science Center website, louisvillesciencecenter.org, for that information.
And one of the things we also didn't show in the podcast is you can rent the audio tour.
For adults and children.
They have a different size earphone for the children. So if you don't get to go through with a curator like we did, you can listen to the audio tour.
And I believe it's $18 for adults, $14 for kids.
$5 extra for the audio tour.
Now remember, if you have any ideas for an upcoming episode or about this podcast, please send to us podcast@golouisville.com. Of course, you can Facebook us and you can Twitter us as well.
Or so is that tweet?
Tweet. So as always,
you're looking at Louisville.
See you real soon.
I think you're going to win here. I really hate that. Done.